Federal government orders immediate probe into jailbreak incident at Kotun Karfe Correctional Center in Kogi State as search party recaptures fleeing inmates. With dwindling external funds prioritizing domestic resource mobilization, guests on Good Morning Nigeria want funding gaps mitigation to end TB by 2030 in Africa. Group from Kogi Central Senatorial District submits petition to recall Senator Natasha Akpotu-Uduaghan. Hello and thanks for joining us on the news at 3 on NTA News 24, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Stella Inamiti. The Nigerian Correctional Service confirms a security breach at the Medium Security Custodial Center, Kotun Karfe, Kogi State, which occurred in the early hours of Monday, 24th March 2024. A statement by the Service Public Relations Officer, Abubakar Umar, indicates that some inmates in a section of the facility manipulated the padlocks, leading to the escape of 12 inmates. He adds that upon receiving reports of the attack, the Acting Controller General of Corrections, Sylvester Nwakuchi, in collaboration with heads of sister security agencies and the SSA, to the governor of Kogi State, immediately mobilized to the facility, and personnel were deployed to secure the facility, restore order, and initiate a manhunt for the escapees. That effort has now led to re-arrest of 5 of the fleeing inmates, while efforts are ongoing to apprehend the remaining inmates and bring them to justice. The Acting Controller General of Corrections has ordered a comprehensive investigation into the circumstances surrounding the escape. The service urges members of the public to remain calm and cooperate with security agencies by providing useful information that may assist in the recapture of those still on the run, as efforts are on to reinforce security in all custodial facilities nationwide. And sequel to this development, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has ordered immediate probe into the jailbreak incident as unfortunate and vows to ensure all fleeing inmates are captured, leveraging the service's robust biometrics and already deployed technology solutions. In a statement, the minister directed the Acting Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Sylvester Nwakuchi, to visit the facility in Kogi and evaluate the situation, while a comprehensive audit to unravel the events that led to the incident should commence immediately. Meanwhile, Kogi State government has vowed to work with security agencies to uncover the circumstances surrounding an early morning jailbreak at the Federal Correctional Center in Kotun Karfe, where 12 inmates escaped. Officials have confirmed that one of the escapees has already been re-arrested and is providing valuable information to law enforcement. In a statement issued on Monday, the Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Femi-Fanwo, described the incident as unfortunate and assured citizens that the government is taking decisive steps to prevent a recurrence. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has directed the State Security Advisor to collaborate with the Federal Correctional Center and other security agencies to ensure such security breaches do not happen again. The state government has also reaffirmed its commitment to supporting federal security agencies through logistics and other necessary resources to enhance their operational effectiveness. And to other matters, Chairman, CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, says over 956 Nigerians have been evacuated from Libya in the first quarter of 2025 alone, courtesy of the International Organization for Migration Nigeria and the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons offices. In a statement issued by the Commission, indicates that the returnees were brought back home in 6 tranches from January to March 2025 to include 152 on January 28, 145, 180 and 159 on February 11, 19 and 25 respectively, while 144 and 176 came in on March 4 and 18 respectively. Dabiri Erewa reiterated the Commission's persistent advice to Nigerians to avoid dangerous and deadly migration routes, such as Libya, a war-torn country dealing with many struggles. She urged Nigerians to follow the legal and regular means of migration, noting that some rescued Nigerians from Libya still return to Libya or more dangerous routes to get into Europe. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has taken her advocacy against tuberculosis to the grassroots, seeking to build a community-based coalition against the global epidemic. She led critical stakeholders to Sauka Village, Abuja, for a community outreach as part of events marking this year's World Tuberculosis Day. State House correspondent Adeni Itaiwo's report will come in a subsequent bulletins. Do you know that every second an African is dying of tuberculosis, which is curable and preventable disease? With dwindling external funds, prioritizing domestic resource mobilization, guests of Good Morning Nigeria believe will help mitigate funding gaps and position the continent towards ending TB by 2030. Lydia Sampson reports.
Sustainably improving TB detection rates, strengthening healthcare systems, and addressing socio-economic factors, the guests reiterated are crucial steps to reduce TB mortality in Nigeria.
TB is a disease that is curable and can be treated. We also have done a lot of things in the area of trying to make sure that services are made available.
We need to also increase in our efforts to conduct preventive measures, to carry out preventive measures at all levels, from the government, among healthcare workers, the communities, civil society organization, and all stakeholders.
They want more policy reform, stigma reduction, research and development, as well as sustainable collaborative efforts.
So we need to really commit ourselves at this particular point, wherein we can get these personalities who are willing to actually help out, okay, and support this TB program is very important.
That means that every second we are speaking, an African is dying for due to TB-related complication or illness.
With a high mortality rate occurring despite the availability of effective treatments, the guests are of the view that if stringent measures are not taken, it will further be compounded by the prevalence of drug-resistant TB and HIV-associated TB. Other factors such as limited awareness, poor treatment adherence, stigma, and inadequate access to healthcare, they noted, contribute to the high number of TB-related deaths. They called for robust commitment to advocating for strengthening partnership, prioritizing vulnerable groups, and investing in innovative diagnostic tools with the hope of a TB-free future by 2030. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has imposed a 24-hour curfew in Ifon, Ilobu and Erin-Osun following renewed attacks that caused death, displacement and destruction of property worth millions of naira. Speaking after an emergency security meeting, Adeleke reaffirms his commitment to maintaining peace and warned youths against being used to incite violence. He said there will be a stakeholders meeting with the monarchs to find lasting solution to the lingering crisis in the area.
I've been very, very peaceful. But there are some people, for one way or the other, they want to start trouble, especially in Ilobu and Ifon and Erin-Osun. So that is why we call this emergency meeting. Not even only those areas. We are talking about from everywhere in Osun State. The youth should not be used. Anybody that asks you to come out and start burning houses and let their children come out too, and do it first. They should not be used. Osun is peaceful. We are doing wonderful things in Osun State here in terms of our 5-point agenda, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education, in terms of health, and so on and so forth. So that is what we want to bring the dividends of democracy to Osun State.
The Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, applauds Governor Basio II's visionary leadership and giant strides recorded in security, education and other sectors of the economy with attendant impact on the general well-being of the citizenry. The Deputy Speaker gave the applause during a courtesy visit to the acting governor of Cross River State, Peter Odey. Justina Etem reports.
The Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, who is in Calabar for the 50th anniversary celebration of the University of Calabar, while at Government House, expresses appreciation for the cordial working relationship between the legislature and executive in the state, which he believes is pertinent in fostering a thriving democracy.
We consider Cross River as one of the tourism capitals of this Federal Republic. So the more you enjoy peace, the more you send the right signals to those tourists who want to visit Nigeria to believe that Nigeria is peaceful. Our identity is somehow tied to what you do here because you're exporting our culture, the culture of Nigerians globally.
Acting Governor of the state, Peter Odey, attributes the success of Governor Basio II's administration to his robust legislative foundation, reaffirming the state's commitment to national progress.
The governor was two-term member of the House of Representatives. He left from the House of Reps and then became a senator before he became governor of Cross River State. Perhaps that is why he is doing so well, because the legislature, as far as I'm concerned, is a school where we go to study how to be very good administrator. And that is why Cross River State today is ranked among the best sub-national.
Among dignitaries who thronged Calabar for the 50th anniversary of the University of Calabar include Chancellor of the university, who also paid a courtesy visit on the governor.
Will continue to be here and to assist in any way possible for the university to grow in all aspects of growth. There are a lot of progress going on in the university.
The Chancellor also applauds collaboration of the state government with University of Calabar towards improved standard at the tertiary institution. In Calabar, Justina Etem, NTA News.
More than 3,000 graduates have applied for the Young Farmers Agricultural Revolution program of the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barau Jibrin, in the 7 Northwest states. The program targets empowerment of 558 young farmers in the 7 Northwest states and is being implemented in collaboration with the Bank of Agriculture. The initiative aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, which aims to achieve food security and create employment opportunities for the country's teeming youth. And this is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. More reports after this break. Stay with us.
Celebrate Ramadan with Bafi and enjoy up to 40% off on selected products from living room, dining room, bedroom, and royal sets. Pay less, save more, and refresh your home for iftar gatherings and cherished moments with family and friends. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online to enjoy our exclusive Ramadan sale. Let's make this Ramadan unforgettable.
I am Oluremi Tinubu, the global and national Stop TB champion. Many people have asked why I've chosen to champion the fight against a disease like tuberculosis. My reason stems from a deep personal experience. I once had a friend who unfortunately fell ill and concealed the nature of his sickness until it was too late. Eventually, after he passed, we discovered he had tuberculosis. Sadly, due to the stigma and discrimination surrounding the disease, he would not speak up or seek for help. His death was a painful reminder that we could have intervened and saved a life if only we had known earlier. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease that primarily affects the lungs, but can also impact other parts of the body. Being airborne means anyone, regardless of their social economic status, can contract it. In Nigeria, one person dies of TB-related illness every 7 minutes, amounting to 206 deaths every day. Globally, one person succumbs to TB every 25 seconds, which is a staggering 3,456 lives lost daily. These deaths are entirely preventable because TB is curable if detected and treated early. If you or someone you know has been coughing for 2 weeks or more, coughing up blood, experiencing night sweats, or losing weight drastically, it might be TB. Please visit the nearest government hospital or primary health care center for proper diagnosis and treatment. TB treatment is free in all government and some private health facilities. Let us also remember not to stigmatize or discriminate against TB patients or those who have been treated for TB. Individuals who have been cured of TB cannot infect others. I call on all stakeholders, especially the private sector, to join us in the fight to end TB in Nigeria. Together, we can make a difference. Remember, TB anywhere is TB everywhere. End TB by 2030. Yes, we can.
Thanks for staying with us. A group of youth and women from Kogi Central Senatorial District have submitted petition to INEC to recall Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan as senator representing Kogi Central. Leader of the group, Ijese Charity, flanked by other members, after submitting the petition, says more than 50% of the voters have signed the recall petition as required by law.
Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, we have come to submit a petition of loss of confidence. The entire people of Kogi Central have lost confidence in her. We've submitted that petition. It's been received. All other documents have been received. This is the acknowledgement copy of the petition. But we all know the INEC rules. You cannot submit a petition without having to go and get signatures of registered voters. And that's why we're now saying, as a people, we are recalling her back from the Senate because we have gotten what it takes to recall her back from the Senate.
This will be the first recall that will be successful. The good people of Kogi Central have spoken in one voice.
It is a political field that has favored men more than the female. And we having such opportunity is supposed to be what we are supposed to leverage on to ensure that the future of what we clamor for, all the suffering of NGOs and international intervention, will not be in vain.
Section 69 and 110 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and Section 116 of the Electoral Act 2022 empower INEC to conduct recall proceedings against a member of the National and State Assemblies upon receipt of a valid petition alleging a loss of confidence in the member by more than 50% of registered voters in the affected constituency. And still from Kogi State, the All Progressives Congress is calling on elected officers from the opposition parties in the state to join the Progressives' fold for more delivery of democratic dividends to their people. One of the latest appeals is to the 2023 ADC governorship candidate and a serving member of the House of Representatives, Lekki Abejide, and his supporters to return to the All Progressives Congress. Solomon Ayedein reports.
It's a gathering of APC leaders and party members of the Yagba Federal Constituency in Kogi State. Top on the agenda here is the call on Representative Lekki Abejide to return to the governing All Progressives Congress from the African Democratic Congress.
We want to give confidence to Honorable Lekki Abejide that he should come urgently, that he is in a safe hand.
Speaker after speaker expressed satisfaction with the representation of Abejide, appealing to him to join forces with the state governor and other members of the APC family towards actualizing the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. They are optimistic that the former ADC governorship candidate in the last Kogi State governorship election, Lekki Abejide, will heed the call by supporters to cross over to the APC.
He has touched the life of the people. He has touched the life across board.
He has been helping the widows. He has been helping women generally. He's also on the health sector.
There are some things that he cannot achieve now, except is found in the main political party.
Since he's doing well, and we don't have the government that is doing well, we want them to come together and do well for the people.
Do we agree that we pass a vote of confidence on Abejide Lekki?
In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehin, NTA News.
Also from Lokoja, capital of Kogi State, relief came to some Islamic women groups in the state, courtesy of the president's son, Sheyi Tinubu, who presented to them some consumables to assist them during the Ramadan fast. Solomon Ayedein again reports.
The Ramadan package, courtesy of Sheyi Tinubu, son of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was delivered for onward distribution to some women groups in Lokoja by the head of administration, Bat Medic Otokiti Mustafa. Distributing the items, Umani Otokiti described the gesture from Sheyi Tinubu as timely, emphasizing that it is a clear demonstration of his commitment to the plights of Nigerians at this critical time and his love for humanity, urging him to sustain the goodwill.
When you appreciate little things that come your way, that same person will be gingered to bring a bigger one to you. So Sheyi Tinubu, like Oliver Twist, we are asking for more.
Beneficiaries, in appreciation of the gesture, promises to reciprocate the goodwill at the appropriate time.
This opportunity to appreciate Sheyi Tinubu, who sent this Ramadan gift to us.
They appeal to corporate organizations and well-meaning Nigerians to emulate the goodwill of Sheyi Tinubu, targeting the vulnerable members of the society. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehin, NTA News.
And in sports, Super Eagles players have been speaking ahead of their Tuesday's crucial 2026 World Cup qualifier against Zimbabwe, just as Coach Michael Ness is optimistic of that his team can upset Nigeria in Uyo. Let's join our sports desk for details of these and other reports.
There's a real team spirit. I think that was something that we had already before, and I think that is part of the generation of Super Eagles that you're seeing now.
Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong and striker Victor Osimhen have issued a stern warning to Zimbabwe ahead of the crucial 2026 World Cup qualifier scheduled for Tuesday at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. The defender was instrumental in Nigeria's 2-0 victory over Rwanda in Kigali last Friday, emphasized the hunger within the squad to reach the football's biggest stage. Ekong also expressed satisfaction with the team's performance against Rwanda, describing it as a statement of intent in their World Cup qualification campaign. Galatasaray forward Victor Osimhen described the remaining 5-day matches in the qualifiers as war must be fought in one. Meanwhile, Warriors of Zimbabwe head coach Michael Nins claimed his side can beat Nigeria in Tuesday's match. The Warriors are still searching for their first win in the qualifiers after 5 games. They occupy bottom spot in Group C with 3 points. Despite their poor run in the qualifiers, Coach Nins is optimistic they can get maximum points against the 3-time African champions.
So they will come now with confidence and with all their power and all what they want to turn this campaign around. So do we. No, but it will be an exciting game. We have to perform to our maximum.
Victory on Tuesday will take Nigeria to 9 points, putting them in firm contention for the World Cup ticket.
That concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Stella Inamiti.